I was pointing to the IDS before instead of the DFS. So I have the DFS open now, and I use the stack implementation. Although I use the stack implementation for the IDS as well, but the the IDS has a parameter called depth that it checks for, which the DFS doesn't have. So that's the difference between the DFS and the IDS. I'll show you once I'm doing the demonstration for the IDS. So this is the DFS. It uses a stack implementation versus the queue, which the BFS uses. There's really no difference. I noticed no difference in the implementation of both. This is where the nodes are declared, and this is where the neighbors are added for each of the nodes. So if I run this, there's actually no difference between the outputs for the BFS and the DFS. It also asks me for the starting city. If I put in any of the starting cities, for example, are there, um, it gives me the traversal. If I change it to another city, for example, Fagaras or maybe Cebu, it does basically the same thing with no real difference. So I know I actually tried to look at some resources online to see why this wasn't changing because obviously the data structure being used here is different, but I really cannot tell why they're not implementing in a different way. For the IDS, it does give its results in a different way, but for the DFS and the BFS, they're pretty similar. It just asks me for the city. Once I put in the city, it comes in here and tells me that the DFS traversal of the graph, and it lists all the cities until the destination. So this is where everything is being declared, and they're all written into a method called the each of the individual methods for sets and neighbors, and actually going in there to do the traversal are